medan linden grönskar så väl. Kära du ungersvän, håll nu din dröm. Du möts mig i morgon vid Älvingens ström, medan linden hon grönskar så väl.
Wat deze zo uiteenlopende artiesten verenigt, is dat ze allen hun muziek opnemen voor het in München gevestigde onafhankelijke platenlabel ECM. ECM heeft lak aan de heersende hokjesgeest en laat jazz, pop en klassiek op vanzelfsprekende wijze door elkaar lopen. 25 jaar geleden werd het label opgericht door de Duitse muzikoloog Manfred Eicher. Eicher is niet alleen de drijvende kracht achter ECM, hij heeft bovendien alle 500 cd's van het label geproduceerd.
My life is surrounded with music since my childhood. I started to play violin when I was 6, and then later on contrabass, and I studied music in Berlin Music Academy and played in various orchestras and chamber music situations. Plus I played jazz. That was enough. When I started to produce in 1969, I stopped all these activities and dedicated my work into producing records, but still this is a very musical kind of challenge.
It was definitely Manfred Eicher's idea, you know, Manfred being the director and producer of ECM Records. And he had been working with me for, well, now it's about 25 years, just about on the day, I would say, you know. I met him in October 1969 in Bologna, Italy, anyway. So it's very close. And he had been working also with the Hilliard Ensemble. And I know for sure that we used to listen to these recordings with the Hilliards together, and I was praising them very highly, you know, for their sonority and for the feeling of the music. So it was already understood that I loved their work very much. And then he came with the idea that we should do something together, try something, you know. And I certainly, without hesitation, said, "Thank you, yes, let's do it." What I played on stage now is completely different from the recording. But of course, if you hear the piece like this or on the record, you will think it's the same piece. But I play none of the same notes, you know, none of the same phrases. I play totally different, in fact. But the feeling is the same.
He never once looked at any score of ours or any music. It was completely improvised and natural on his part, and that's what's so amazing to me. He has such a tremendous response and sensitivity to the mood and style of the music we were performing. And it just, as I said, it's completely natural. We didn't have to discuss anything. He just seemed to live for the moment, you know, live with the music, you know. And that's the great art of improvisation. And we're learning a little ourselves now. We're starting to dabble in sort of doing some improvising, which is great fun, you know.
That's someone important to be in the studio for very simple stuffs like tuning the instruments. Very simple, like how to get the best sound from the instruments. To what do you think, guys, to stop it for 15 minutes to have fresh air, because I felt that this piece is a little bit difficult for now. Stop it 15 minutes, let's have a coffee. That's the real production. He never, in all these 18, 19 albums I have done for ECM, he never come to the studio to say, okay, now play a music like I don't know what. Never. He gave me a lot of times to say, why we don't stop now? Let's stop. Just stop and then let's go back to the hotel. In the afternoon we come back and let's try again. There's a sort of combination, very new for me, 2 guitars and 1 bass, or piano, synthesizers, and bass. That's very new, even after all these 50 different albums I have done. It's very new, very percussive. 2 guitars and bass, that's all percussion. If you're thinking piano, that's a percussion instrument too. Bass, and it's very swinging, this album. There is a lot of experiments with very folk, really folk Brazilian stuff together. Contemporary music concept from Europe. That one written during the 60s and 70s. Of course, we use this form of music. I'm talking about the contemporary stuff. We are using like a passage, when you inside, okay, thinking like that. When you inside a jungle, and now I'm talking about the new projects, it's like 3 guys just walking around inside the jungle.